Hello, dear students. Since we are unable to have classes due to COVID-19, here I have tried to make avail our English classes for you, all dear students of class 9. Today we start with our poetry section. I wish you happy learning. Stay at home and stay safe. Let's commence our first chapter from the poetry section. The first poem we will be learning is The Heart of the Tree, written by Henry Cuellar Burner. Before we go to the text, let us know something about the poet. The poet was born in Oswego, New York, on August 3, 1851. He received his education in New York City. He gained a lot of popularity as the editor of the humor magazine called Puck. He wrote many short stories and novels. Among his famous novels, they are A Woman of Honor. He wrote it in 1883. Heirs from Acadie, 1884. In Partnership, 1884. And The Midge, 1886. His poetic works are Airs from a Ready and Elsewhere, written in 1884. His poetry reveals a light play of imagination as also his command over poetic structure. His death was on May 11th, 1896. Before we go for stanza-wise explanation of the poem, I would first tell you in a nutshell about the poem. This poem, The Heart of the Tree, mainly highlights the need of planting trees. The poet Henry Cuellar Burner draws the reader's attention on the value of planting a tree. As you know, that mankind has realized that felling of trees has led to environmental disaster in our times. Thus, the poet believes that tree proves to be large-hearted as it benefits all living beings. In the poem, the poet motivates every reader, even you and me, to plant trees by throwing light on the value and benefits of trees plantation. Let's go to the text of the poem, first stanza of the poem. Before we read it, let's note some important words and its meaning, which will help us to understand the poem better. The first word in the first stanza of the poem, breezes free. It means gentle winds that move with full freedom. The second word, shaft of beauty. It means beam of beauty. That beam, that is a long narrow like that of sun. You can understand beam, isn't it? Third, towering high. Its meaning is rising as tall as a tower. The fourth word we will have to see in this is home to heaven. You see in the line. That means home of God. And the fifth word here in the first stanza, anigh, A-N-I-G-H, anigh. That means near to. And the other word, important word is croon, C-R-O-O-N, croon. That is gentle, sweet song. And this is used mainly for the mother croon of bird. It is used there. The soft song that mother bird is singing to her young ones. And the seventh word is hushed. H-U-S-H-E-D. Hushed. That means silent or calm. Number 8. Twilight. That means the period of time at the end of the day after the sun has just gone down. Another word is number 9, that is treble. T-R-E-B-L-E. That means high tone in music. So when you play the music, the high tone, which usually doesn't come in our throat, isn't it? The tonal, that high pitch sound. The last word that you need to know, that is harmony. So that means combination of musical notes played and sung together to make a pleasant and perfect sound. And this we usually try, isn't it? While I take you the singing class, different voices we put together and try to bring up a harmony sound, isn't it? So in the first stanza of the poem, we see that we need to note down the poet begins each stanza with a question. You see the first line only. What does he plant who plants a tree? That's the question. So before my explanation to the poem, you just pause for a while and just think and write down few points. What comes to your mind? And to the question. What is the question? What does he plant who plants a tree? Isn't it? Everybody we know that. So just give a pause and think. Whatever comes to your mind, write the answer. Good. I hope you have done the job. See, the poet underlines the value of planting a tree. When a person plants a tree, he or she plants many. We need to note that this is not just an activity, but this is a noble act. Tree is the friend of sun and the sky. This is mentioned in the lines of the first stanza. It is dependent on sunlight to carry out the process of photosynthesis. This is what we study in science, isn't it? Photosynthesis. Besides, it takes in carbon dioxide from the air and releases oxygen in the air for the living beings. So we see how helpful the plant is. So that means it cleans the air and for us releases the oxygen. And also transpiration from trees is responsible for cloud, and that's what brings rain. The tree is again compared to a flag of free breeze. You see there in the line. Okay, trees compared to a flag of free breeze, like that of a flag that flutters, means waving, flutters. When the wind is blowing, the flag how flutters, isn't it? So how it is fluttering freely in the breeze. The leaves of the tree does similarly to provide soothing and cool breeze to living beings. The tree grows high and looks like a beautiful tower. So now we can feel, this is now going to be the summer season when the current is going off and all this, we very much feel the need of the pleasant air. And so some of us we go under the tree and some of us we go on top of the terrace in the evening to experience the wind, pleasant air that blows. And it's only because of the tree. It looks that trees have made a home closer to heaven. A plant also gives shelter to birds, especially for the mother bird who sings to her young ones happily with a soft and gentle voice in the twilight. The poet acknowledges that the bird's high-pitched tone adds to the beautiful harmony of the universe. So here is the high-pitched tone is used, and that what brings the beautiful harmony. For whom? For the universe, for this planet.
For today, we conclude our class this much only. The next class we will continue the second stanza and the third stanza. So wish you all the best. Meet you in the next class.